Hello and welcome back to Reddit League Season 7 this time around. And yeah, week 1 just started at the time of me recording this. Obviously, by the time you're seeing this, it's already been a week and week 2 will have started. But a bit less of a break this time around between seasons. And we're starting off Season 7 with a game in Ireland. I will quickly show you the whole sheet, tell you a little bit about my opponents this season, the maps, and what opponents I'll have on what map, maybe a little bit, but we'll go more into that, whenever the week comes. Quite generally, you probably still recognize all of these people because they were still in Division 1 last season. Then we've got three newcomers at the bottom there, and then 3 people who got promoted from Division 2 last season. I think the division is probably slightly harder than last season because the newcomers are all incredibly good. For the promoted players, Verdok is a known quantity. Verdok's never an easy game, but Renata and Stock are both kind of wild cards to me. Last season's Division 2 was a little bit strange in that 2 people got red carded very early. And then it was all just kind of a bit of a weird division. So it was really hard to judge how good these people actually are. And Stock was a newcomer last season, so I have no handle on how good he actually is. Renata, I have a bit of an idea on. Will be interesting. I definitely think she's probably gonna be fighting more so among the lower half of the table, maybe towards the upper side of it, but I don't think she's gonna be a huge candidate for top 4. My goal for this season is probably, not probably. My goal is to just stay clear of the relegation spots. Now spent a season in Division 1 getting used to it, narrowly avoiding relegation in a very interesting close game in a relegation playoff against Nimrif. And now it's about establishing myself, finishing, 5th, 6th, 7th, somewhere along there is where I'd be satisfied with. Obviously, I'd be happy about getting top 4, but that will be difficult. The maps that we'll be playing, that's the links, that's the wrong tab, are going to be Ireland, Mongolia, a Guessable World, Ecuador, Maryland, South Korea, Worldwide, North America, Eswatini, Norway, and Town Squares of the World. If you want to know my opinion in depth about all of these, you can go over to the GeoGuessr esports channel, where I've made a video where I talk more in depth about all of the maps. I will quickly go over each one of them a little bit more, again, at the time that I'm actually playing them. All in all, I think it's a very interesting set of maps. Certainly more balanced, perhaps, than last season's was. And yeah, we'll start off with Ireland. And Ireland is certainly the most, maybe not the most pleasant, but it's certainly the easiest to play out of all of these country maps. I'd argue Town Squares of the World is probably easier as a map itself. There's quite a lot of things you can do to help yourself with. There's a lot of great signage. Usually you'll find signs at almost every major intersection, even minor intersections. There are still locations in the middle of nowhere where you're just going to find absolutely nothing, but those are fairly rare, and I'd say about, if you get 3 seeds, I'm going to say 2 of them are 25k-able on average, easily 25k-able, to the point I'm actually going to 25k them. Everything's 25k-able in theory. So yeah, I have practiced about maybe 10-15 games, tried to speed run the map a bit, and I'm still, I believe, in 2nd place on the high scores. Yep. Well, if I ever have to play Ireland again in some sort of competition, I'm going for that. But for the moment, we'll leave it be. And yeah, I feel pretty confident on it. I took a quick look at area codes, but they're rarely ever really useful. Not that you wouldn't find them, but because you'd spend your time better looking for other information, because there's, signs are in abundance. But yeah, so that's that. Week 1, gonna be playing against Shumi, which is a pretty interesting and important game already, I guess, because Shumi was, I believe, in 6th last season. Right, very close to me. I think he had 2 points more. But I believe if he had lost his last game last season, he would have been in the relegation playoffs instead of me. So could certainly be a pretty important game come, a later point in the season where those 3 points here or there might be decisive. Also because the map is so incredibly easy generally, or the country itself. There's quite a decent chance that there'll be a lot of draws. So if there are 25Ks, if I do manage to get one, I might be, looking to be a little bit on the faster side. Obviously, still priority is on pinpointing, getting the 25K for sure. But if I can, being quicker is not going to hurt. So let's get into the game. Okay, let's get started with Ireland with our first week of Red League Season 7. Let's go. Oh no. That's not what I wanted to see to start with. Who'd want to see that? Do we have any info on this? No. Car parking laws. Brilliant. We have water to our west. It's unsurprising, but also not particularly helpful. It feels more like the northwest, and I don't want to say the far northwest. More like Sligo area is where I'm thinking with this. But if I don't find any signs, then we're off to a bad start. Let's see. I take a phone code as well, just to get the rough area down. If I can. Frankly, I'd take anything at this point. Like that sign up ahead there, if I can get to it. Come on. 87 is a mobile code. Ross Bay Beach. Okay. That might actually be worth looking for once I can narrow down the area. Which I can't yet. Ross Bay, the R564. That's the 400. 300. So it's down here. 564. 551. Okay, further south. 564 Ross Bay. Thank fuck. This I presume to be the Ross Bay Beach holiday homes. Kind of has to be, I think. Can I go that way? No, I can't. Afterwards, there's a little bit of a curve, and there's this street. Yeah, it is. Whew. All right. First possibly bad location for us. We've gotten rid of it. We've done it. I guess either way you go, you'd hit the N70 eventually, as you get really unlucky. So that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Round 2. What is this seed? Do I want to go that way? No, actually, I don't. I want to go that way. Inland, basically, is where I want to head. Hopefully took some great signs here. Thank you. Dromore, Inishkrone. 2 nines should be up here then. 300s. 292. We have Inishkrone and Dromore West. There. Dromore West is 7 to the east. And Inishkrone is 14. And we've got Eastkey Beach. It's Eastkey Split Rock. This castle, presumably. Should be. I mean, do we have a little bit of time? It might come down to tiebreakers, which is time, if we get to it. So actually, I'm pretty sure it is just this. Yeah. Round 3. Okay, do we have a street name here? St. Patrick's Park. I just want to keep that in mind. McDonald's, coffee house. That sign say. Cloney, Dublin. 17 to Dublin. Can I find Cloney? I can find Clane. Just a quick look. I cannot. Okay, Dunboyne Soccer Club. Oh, that could help. The R147. 48. The M3 as well. Um, 147. There. Skells, Naven. I think that's called Dunboyne. Continues past here. We've done Shawl in the bush. There's Dunboyne. Thank you. St. Patrick's Park. Okay, round 4. Okay, I don't know if that's going to be on the map, but anything? No, just back of the signs. Could be problematic, but it feels like the kind of area where there'd be information fairly close. Cloth. All right. Was there something there? Yes. Ballyafter, Enniscorthy, and Gorey. Here. Cloth is here. Kind of went up there, so it could be this road. If that goes over here, with all the houses, it should be. Am I confident enough to just send that? Go. It goes up. It does. I'm not confident enough. It takes that turn. I mean, it just has to be, right? It's fairly close as well. Has to be, yeah. And round 5. Onto a highway. Do I want to be on a highway? I have bad feelings about this. I don't, actually. Don't put me on the highway. Not a highway friend. Although this doesn't look very promising either. No. Put me back on the highway. Does this mention the road at least? This kilometer marker. The M9, okay. The M9 is here. That alone should actually be enough. I don't need more from the highway. Just help me across this bridge. Just need a town sign or something like that. Just give me something, please. Come on. And let it end this way. Like, why is there nothing here? Wait, is that an intersection up there, or am I just hallucinating now? I'm hallucinating. What is it called? Castle Dermot. Thank you. That's what I want. Thank you. So this or this, it should be this road, I believe. It looks like there's so much more. But that is that road. That is that little triangle here. This is like the first house. The only house. Look straight east. I believe it's here. Yes! Yes! Okay. That was panicky a little bit. 8 minutes 46. I'll take it, honestly. Oof, I do want to check now if the highway actually had something, because that was risky. But I've usually found in countries that generally have enough information wherever you go, you don't want to be on highways, because highways are the longest stretches of sections where there's no intersections, so there's no need for information. So if you land on an unlucky stretch of highway, which this does seem to be, because frankly, the next exit is down here, and I don't know if I would have made it there quickly enough to work with the information. And the next highway exit up there is like nowhere. It's like in Stonehouse up there. There's no way I'm making it there. So I would have chosen the right direction on the highway itself. But let me have a look if it loads. Also, over there potentially would have been signs. I think the direction I took here was the right one too, potentially. It worked out in the end. I think it wouldn't have mattered. I think there probably are signs here, which I also want to quickly check, just to make sure. Here is where I'd expect signs. If it happens to... Yep, there are signs here. Okay, so actually this would have been the better way, in reality. Because if I just continued here, I would have hit here far before having to deal with the highway and, well, going down here. But I did get it in the end. Let me check on the highway. Because I don't expect anything here until the exit. Maybe like 1 or 2 kilometers before the exit is where I'd expect the first sign. Yeah, this right here. There might be one more sign before that. I didn't check now, but that's kind of what I expect. 1 kilometer to that intersection. And that probably would have helped me enough. R448M9. That would have been down here. That would have been that. Yeah, I imagine that would have helped me enough, but still would have cut it close, I believe. So, good start. Very good start to Reddit League Season 7. I hope that time-wise it's good enough. I believe there'll probably be a lot of draws. It was definitely not one of the easiest seeds, but it did have information on all of the rounds. You went the right way. I think even if you didn't, like that had information anywhere. That had information in cloth. You might have had to go until here, around here, to get assigned to Gory. But I think either way, that would have also been doable. Round 1 had information whichever way you went, just after a while. Round 3, I also can't imagine you could have... Yeah, if you'd gone up here, you would have hit that roundabout with information. And round 2... If you'd gone up here, you would have eventually made your way down here, I imagine. And that definitely has info. Well, I'm actually not 100% sure. It might not. Does it? Yes, it does. Okay. So either way you go, you'll find information, which is the norm in Ireland, but it's not always the case. But all right. Okay. Well, we'll happily take that. We'll see how it ends up being. Time is the tiebreaker for the 25Ks. I think the time was still good. I definitely think I won't be the fastest 25K. There'll be 1 or 2 people who make that happen even faster. But I am super happy about for a 25K in general, and to start the season like that, even with a bit of a panicky round 5. Yeah, I'm very happy. So, I hope you enjoyed watching. Thanks for doing so, and I'll see you guys again next time. Till then, bye.